Hey folks, this is Keough, and I have the last training session of my second week here for you. This is going to be some squatting. You're going to see me do 10 sets of 3 with 365, all done without knee wraps. Originally, my plan was to go in and do 5 wrap sets for this day, but I decided instead of that, I was feeling pretty good unwrapped, but also my legs were feeling a little achy still, actually really achy still. So I decided I would just I would continue to accumulate volume, and next week I'm going to cut some of the volume a little bit on this small up base cycle and start doing work exclusively in wraps on this day. Overall, I felt like the session went okay. I'm not sure whether I should be happy about the fact that I got through it, or disappointed in the fact that a lot of the reps on the later sets moved really slow, and I just feel like right now with my legs are just really tired from all of the training, and that's really slowing me up. I do feel strong. I feel like I'm getting stronger on the programming, but I just haven't been able to recover yet. So hopefully after next week, once I finish this thing, I'll be even stronger because I'll supercompensate from the high volume, high frequency work that I've done. I do want to address the commentary that I made for my last video because that sparked a considerable amount of debate and a number of dissenting opinions in the comments section. And I just want to say that number one, I'm happy to have sparked some sort of dialogue, because I think that the progress happens through dialogue, not without dialogue. So I'm happy to at least have sparked some dialogue on my channel. I usually try and keep my opinions to myself, and just in a very sterile manner offer feedback on my training as I see fit. But I couldn't really help myself, and I decided this was a topic that I wanted to talk about. I will say that I got a few people who told me that the sport would be better off if everybody were a little bit more supportive and not as divisive, and I agree with that. But at the same time, I do feel like there are certain individuals, certain situations, certain federations, certain interpretations of the rules that are very easy targets. It's very easy to go and watch an SPF meet and say so-and-so squats high and it's killing the sport of powerlifting. It's easy to do that, I mean, there are easy targets, and then there are there are a lot of injustices that I feel are perpetrated in the sport that are less easy for people to come right out and speak out against. And the individual that I talked about in my last video, Ben Rice, I have nothing against him, and I've never met him, and I have no idea whether he's a nice guy or whether this is, whether his channel is all an act. Like, I have no clue. And I like to believe, I'm, a hopeful and optimistic person. I like to believe that he's sincere, and he's a nice dude, and he means well, and he does a lot of good for the sport, and that's the sense that I get. But I do stand by what I said, because it's easy to look at the bad guys in the sport and point the finger at them, but it's less easy to look at other things that should be better that aren't better, and point the finger at those things. Point the finger at the so-called nice guys in the sport. And if you want to know, Ben Rice, I guess, got his camera, and this is kind of what I thought was going to happen, but he got his camera, and he got more money than he needed for his camera. So that more money, which is in his PayPal account now, is going to go towards, I guess, channel-related expenses. That's how somebody described it to me. So anyway, so he's getting more money, and he's keeping his PayPal account open, and I just feel like I'm the only one who's, or not the only one, but I'm one of the minority who sees the situation for what it is. He might not be intending to swindle people, but he is using his goodwill, and he is using the goodwill that he has generated amongst his followers against them by asking for donations. And now those donations are going to sustain whatever foreseeable costs related to his channel, in other words, related to his training, he incurs. I don't mean for this to sound like sour grapes. I know it comes across that way, and so I'm just going to stop talking now. But I do want to see the sport get better. I do want to see everybody benefit from the sport getting better. I don't want to see anybody taken advantage of. I want to see people enjoy their experience with powerlifting, and so that's very important to me. Promoting the sport is the #1 reason why I have this channel. I don't have this channel to monetize. I don't have this channel to build a following. My goal here is to promote the sport and to try and build it as much as possible. That's really why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I know that sounds self-aggrandizing. I don't mean for it to come across that way, but that's why I said what I said. Anyway, keep checking in. I'll have a new training video for you very soon.